Morning. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the morning. My name is Badul Das. I am from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and act certified international educational and training institute. In last years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Profession is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student and community research providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to increase one skill just by acquiring formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate profession generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, national, international to student, job seeker, job holder, and also for learner, the respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, award, quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, review leader, cover letter, motivation letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering Java knowledge which can upgrade all day. Kids learning game, website free course, convert sites, and many more. We help to empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for youth or learner by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by global renowned professionals to develop all kind of views and promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professionals. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice methods. We must have a genuine concern for the learner we represent. More diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. IGP members are committed to offering effective best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next with your continuous support. You already completed 1773 webinars successfully. Moving to the next with your continuous support. You already completed 1773 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participant, and well-wisher, at this moment, this is a very important message for you all. We change and design our website www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have surprise for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our service. So create your account for us with profile information. Note that with profile information, you will enjoy our feature. With mismatched data, you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace slide. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified e-certificate. Now it's easier and time limited because after the session, we will not provide you any code for certification. So pass taking an exam unlimited TDU pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificate, speakership certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download a certificate of gratitude. If you are an online live quiz competition winner, you can download your certificate of participation. If you are selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in any award function which organize combined support with IGP, you can download that also. You can instantly prepare and download 18 types of research certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Influence in the Pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge Seeker, Certificate of Social Activities in the Pandemic, Certificate of Achievement IGP Knowledge Seeking Campaign 2020, 2021 and 2022, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authentic Assessment in Teaching Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching English as a Foreign Language and Assessment, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3, Digital Classroom Engagement Tools, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4, The New Trend in Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5, Upskilling Commercial Leadership and Managerial Skills, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6, Trend and Innovation in Mathematics Education, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Research comprehension approach, certificate of participation webinar series 8. Art in teaching special program in the art. Certificate of participation webinar series 9. 21st century student teaching mathematics. Certificate of IGP corporate ambassador. Certificate of IGP campus ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1,000 plus international level quiz with verified certificate. Teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, health tips for teens, gamification tools for teacher. You can John IGP alumni. You can check out our 50 Student Services website for free and many more. Dear IGP well-wisher, we promised previously, but lack of taking a problem, we are late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous condition. We solve all issues from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check your dashboard for all other details. This is a cordial request to check our button and pages on our website. Shivla, I can say you will be benefited. Thank you, but note that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to share our 1774 webinar, which name is Education for Sustainability, and today our speaker's name is Dr. ABD Ghaffur MPD. He is from Indonesia. Before I hand over the stage to our speaker, sir, I also share a very little bit about him. Associate Professor Yan Madura, Indonesia. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation.
Yeah, thank
Hello,
you.
good morning.
Good morning, the moderators.
So the stage is yours. You can start your presentation now.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in the beginning of um, our meeting today, we would like to give you such kind of good material that is so great for today that we call empowering stimulus leaders, sustainability, development in quality educations. While for today's, we are going to give you some kind of material dealing with the agenda discussion. The first times, we are going to talk about the importance of sustainable development and educations. Come up with what is sustainable development and also the three pillars of sustainable development itself, and then sustainable development goals and the role of education and also the challenge in education for sustainability. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when we are talking about the education for today, we embark on a journey toward a brighter future. Well, the future itself where education should not only impart knowledge, but also nurtures the leaders of tomorrow who are equipped to address the pressing challenge of our world. That's why our topic of discussion revolves around a powerful ideas dealing with empowering tomorrow's leaders on sustainability development and quality of education. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to know about the face of education for today. Education itself provides us knowledge of our society and environments, enhance our skill to change them for the better education that also help us to develop our own perspective of looking our life, prepare us to have our own point of view and a form of our own opinion on different phases of life. Education today is not the process of gaining such kind of information from the teachers, lecturers, but also any willing person can have access to immense data and informations to know this through different website, for example, an e-based platform. But also we can information be transformed into knowledge without educations. In this case, only education can train us to interpret different issues and even in our life. We can learn not only through the lesson in our textbook, but from our teachers also. Ladies and gentlemen, as we gather here today, it evident that our world faces complex and interconnected challenge, from climate change to social inequality, from environmental degradation to economic instability. These challenges require a new approach to education, one that not only prepares students for the future but also empowers them to become active participants in shaping a more sustainably and equitably world. Now take a look on Imagine a world where every student, regardless of their background, that has access to quality education that not only equip them with essential skill, but also instill in them a sense of responsibility toward the planet and its people. Imagine a world where education is not just about personal success, but also about collective well being. In the next times, we will explore the pivotal role of educations, yeah, that education plays in achieving sustainable development. We will delve into a concept of sustainable itself, a concept of sustainable development, its core principle, and how it can be integrated to our educational system. We will also discuss the challenge and opportunities that lie ahead and the strategies to effectively implement sustainable education. I mean, sustainable, the quality of education itself. But before we dive into the specific, let's take a moment to reflect on the urgency of these matters. Our action today will shape the world, will shape the world our children and grandchildren inherit. As educators as educators, policy makers, parent, and also concerned citizen, we have a collective responsible we have a collective responsibility to ensure that education become a force for positive change. So, without further ado, let's explore how we can empower tomorrow's leader through sustainable development in quality education itself. Yeah, in educations, in the development of quality education, a journey that has the potential to transform life and redefine the course of our shared future. Now, take looks on um, explain about the SDGs targets. Yeah, um, what is sustainable development? Yeah, what is the sustainable development? It will be talk about. It will be talk about the sustainable development is a concept. Yeah, it's a concept that encompasses the idea of meeting the need. Yeah, the need of the person without compromising. Yeah, without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own need. Again, to meet their own need. It is represent, it is represent without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own need. It will be represent a balance, yeah, a balanced and integrated approach to economic, social, and also environmental progress. The sustainable the sustainable development itself aims to ensure that human activities such as economic growth, social advancements, environmental protection, such as it occur in a way that maintains and enhance the well-being of current and future generations. Now take a look on the key principle and also characteristic of sustainable development itself. Yeah, the first one will be environmental stewardship. It is about the sustainable development emphasis the responsible use and conservation of natural resources, including clean airs, water, biodiversity, ecosystem, that it seeks to minimize pollution, wars, and also harm to the environment. Yeah. Um, in the social and the social equity, it promotes fairness and social inclusion by ensuring that economic and social benefit are distributed equitably among all segments, yeah, among all segments of the society itself, and then reducing inequality and addressing need, yeah, and addressing the need of marginalized marginalized group, and then economic viability, yeah, economic viability will talk about sustainable development encourage economic growth and prosperity while considering long-term sustainability itself. It advocates for economic systems that do not deplete resources or harm the environment. And ladies and gentlemen, now the point four, talking about the independent itself. Interdependence means it recognizes the interconnectedness of economic, social, and environmental system that change in one area that can have a ripple effect in others. So decision and also the policies need to consider this interdependency itself. And next, long term perspective. Sustainable development takes a long term view. Yeah, a long term view, looking beyond in immediate gain and considering the consequence of the current action on future generations. The next, global perspective. Well, the global perspective itself acknowledge that sustainability challenges are global in nature and require international cooperation and also coordination to address issues such as climate change, biodiversity loss, and resource depletions. Next, holistic approach. While the holistic approach itself on the sustainable development considered to the complex relationship between economic, social, and also environmental factors, aiming for solutions that benefit all aspects of society. And last one will be talk about the innovation and adaptation. Adaptation here will be encourages innovation and also the development of new technologies. Yeah, new technologies that practices to address sustainability challenge and adapt to changing the circumstances. So in this case, the concept of sustainable development gained prominence with the publication of the Brundtland's report, also known as the Our Common Future report, by the World of Commission on Environment and Development in 1987. 1987. This report defined that sustainable development as the development that meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own need. Since then, it has become a guiding principle in international policy and decisions making, particularly in areas such as environmental conservation, economic prominence, and for example, yeah, economic economic planning and social development. That the United States Sustainable Development Goal, or we call SDGs, are a prominent example of a global framework that aim to address a wide range of sustainability challenges. And take a look on the Sustainable Development Goal on SDGs. The first one, the first one we talk about educations. Sorry, the first one we talk about economic developments. Okay, in this case on develop economic on SDGs target. The first one will talk about something that set on 17th global goal. Yeah, 17 global goals adopted by United Nations. United its members in 2015 as a part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Each goal has accompanied by specific target totaling 169 target across the 17th goal. This target provide clear measurable objective for addressing a wide range of global challenge and achieving sustainable development by the year 2030. So, and in this kind of the SDGs target here will be breakdowns, will be breakdowns on the key aspect of SDGs target itself. It will be the context of um, um, the specific objective that each target is designed to address specific aspect of sustainable development, such as poverty reduction, genders quality, clean energy, climate action, or biodiversity conservation. The targets are clear and actionable, and then measures, measurable. The target here The target here are formulated in the way that allows for measurement and monitoring of progress. This makes it possible to assess whether the countries and stakeholders are making stride toward achieving the goal. Time bound. The SDGs have a target that um, um, 2030, which means that the progress is measured against this deadline. It provides a sign of urgency to the global effort to meet this goal. Ladies and gentlemen, the next, universal applicability. The SDGs are meant to apply universal to all countries, regardless of the level of development. They recognize that sustainable development is shared responsibility and that even developed countries have their own sustainability challenge. And then interconnected, leave no one behind, adaptability, partnership, and also data and monitoring. Overall, the SDGs target here provide a roadmap for addressing some of the world's most pressing challenge, from inequalities, promoting sustainable economic growth, protecting the environment. They serve as framework for government, organization, and also individuals to work together toward a more sustainable and equitable futures. Now, take a look on the pillars. Yeah, take a look on the pillars of um, the pillar of the Sustainable Development Goal itself. There are three pillars. Yeah, there are three pillars. The first one is economic developments. The second one is social inclusion and well-being, and the next one, the third one is environmental sustainability. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when talking about the economic development, we are going to focus on eradicating poverty. SDGs first aim to end poverty in all its form everywhere. This includes not only extreme poverty, but also addressing relative poverty and ensuring that all individuals have the necessary. have the necessary resources and opportunities to lead a decent life. Promoting decent and economic growth. SDGs say each focuses on promoting sustainable, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth, full and also and productive employment, decent work for all. It aims to ensure, again, it aims to ensure that economic progress benefit everyone, not just a privileged few. The next one, reducing inequalities. While the multiple SDGs address inequalities, I mean SDGs in the fifth one on a gender equality, SDGs stand on reducing inequality within and among countries, among others. So in this case, reducing economic inequality is a central theme that runs throughout the SDGs itself. The next one, social inclusion and well-being. Yeah. In this context, the quality of education for the first one on SDGs 4 emphasizes on inclusive and equitable equality education for all. I mean, education here is seen as a key driver of personal and societal development. The second one on the social inclusion, well, good health and well-being. On SDGs 3, seek to ensure that healthy life and promote well-being for all at all ages. This includes target related to reducing maternal and child mortality, combating diseases, and promoting mental health. Ladies and gentlemen, well, for the last on the social inclusion, we talk about the gender equality itself on SDGs 5. That focusing on achieving gender equality and empowering all women and girls, addressing issues like gender-based violence and unequal access to resources and disparities in decisions making. Well, the last on the pillar of SDGs, environmental sustainability. What we are going to expect, such kind of clean water, sanitation. On the SDG 6 is about ensuring the availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Clean and accessible water is crucial for human being and ecosystem itself. And then affordable and clean energy on the SDG 7 aim to ensure access. Yeah, ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy. Yeah, and modern energy for all. Transitioning to clean energy sources that is very crucial for mitigating climate change. And then climate action and also life below water and on land. I mean, on the SDG 13, the climate action, SDG 14, life below water, and also SDG 15, life and on land, collectively address environmental sustainability. They focus on combating climate change, protecting and restoring ecosystem, and also ensuring the sustainable use of terrestrial and marine resources. These three pillars are interconnected each other and mutually reinforcing. So in this case, economic development is necessary to fund social program and environmental initiative, while social inclusion and environmental sustainability are essential for long-term economic prosperity and human well-being. So achieving the SDGs require a holistic approach that balances these three dimensions of sustainable development to create a more equitable, prosperous, and environmentally responsible world. So, what can be done? Yeah, what can be done? Under these circumstances, let us divert our attention. Let us divert our attention from these bleak probabilities to what needs to be done at the earliest. First, we must admit that face-to-face interaction between teachers and students, along the vibrant and healthy debates among peers within the classroom and outside, are integral to quality teaching. As efficient by the SDGs. Online education may complement this method of learning but cannot substitute. Again, this method of learning but cannot be substituted. It means that the position of the teacher in the class will be something that is very important for today's. Social and emotional learning like empathy, attention, collaboration, negotiation, critical and creative thinking, growing awareness of multiple perspectives and developing respect for others who are different are difficult to inculcate. I mean, to inculcate among students without face-to-face classroom teaching. And the second one, having said this, we have to understand that when for any reason, be it a pandemic or any unforeseeable reason, classroom learning is not possible online. I mean, online education may be a viable alternative provided. The first one, adequate public financial resource. In this case, we have to allocate it for providing access to online educational facilities. In a particular, for the student belonging to the economically weaker section in order to overcome the prevalent digital divide. This next one, necessary arrangements are made for stable broadband facilities throughout the country for quality online learning, along with provision of earlier broadcast technologies like radio, television, yeah, for delivering the curriculum set in the class. Educational institutions are not only in metropolises but also smaller towns, suburban, and rural, and also remote areas are equipped with state of the art on the ICT. With the state of the art on the ICT facilities for imparting, the quality online education. The next one, teachers are sufficiently trained for offering online lessons using different digital platform. In this case, we have to give any kind of information, any kind of management of education for them, for the students, for the teachers, knowing about digital platform itself. We have to train them, knowing how to use the platform, how to utilize the platform. And then the proper method for assessing the quality of learners are developed in digital platform in the vernacular language, in their own language. And then the proper method for assessing the quality of the learners, in this case, develop and familiarize among both students and also the teachers. And then adequate arrangement are made imparting online education to differently able by them, by the student and also the teachers, Okay, so on the next slide, what do we mean by a quality educations? The quality education here will be talk about how we ensure an inclusive and equitable quality of the education and promote lifelong learning. There are some who argue that threshold of quality education is met by focusing only on literacy, and numeracy. But the SDGs are a recognition that this definition is insufficient and outdated. I mean, education is not simply a content delivery system. Rather, it is a system designed to help all children reach their full potential and enter society. Entering the society as a full of productive citizens, as already stated by the UN Secretary General's Ban Ki-moon, said the SDGs process is in motivation, yeah, in motion at 2012 by declaring that every child must be in school, the quality, and then the school must improve so that the students are prepared to be productive citizens and then ready to lead the futures. So in this is why we are empowering them to lead the futures. The mean of the quality itself on education is one that pedagogically and developmentally sound and educates the student in becoming an active and productive member of the society itself. A quality education is not one that the measure, yeah, one that measure purely by a test score, but how many word per minute 5 years old can read to hark back to this simplified measurement to do this service to both the student and the precious quality education itself. So in this case, we have to make sure that the universal primary and and um and secondary, yeah, and the secondary universal primary and secondary educations, yeah. And the next ones, yeah, and the next one, by knowing the primary education and also the education itself, we are going to know the quality of, yeah, the quality of the learner itself. Well, in this case, the quality of the learner will be talk about they're healthy, they are ready to learn, and also they support it in learnings. By this one, we have to make sure the early childhood development and universal primary education, equal access to technical and vocational in and high school, sorry, and higher education, and then relevant skill for this world. How they access, yeah, I mean actual access to need to fulfill their need to be expand, while quality is ensured, learning opportunities should be increased and diversified using a wide range of education and training modalities and also skill acquisition. Beyond the work specific skill, emphasis must be placed on developing high level cognitive and also non-cognitive, well, such as problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, teamwork, communication skill, and also conflict resolution. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, um, the element that go into making a quality of learner itself, yeah, as I already explained just now, the physically healthy children should be learned well, the healthy development in early childhood, adequate nutrition, and others. Okay, so in this we have to prepare them from early educations. What about the expanded process for this one? Okay, as I already explained, we have to know the students' competence, knowing them into active and collaborative learning, and also the teaching style, academically challenging variant, a talented, accessible, and responsive faculty, and also enriching and diverse educational um, experience. Okay, on the expanded definition value added and student outcome, yeah. In this case, there are 5 items that should be knowing by the teachers. So the first one talking about the subject matter mastery and major and general educational curriculum, critical thinking abilities should be has a kind of knowledge about how to write, how to give their arguments on the oral and interpersonal communication skill, understanding, appreciation, and tolerance of diverse people and ideas. And for the last one, passion for lifelong learning. Okay, so by knowing this one, we have to make sure that by 2030 we are going to ensure that all learners acquire the knowledge, the skill needed to promote sustainable development, including, among others, through education for sustainable development and sustainable lifestyle, such human right, gender equality, promotion of a culture of peace and non-violence, global citizenship, and appreciation of cultural diversity and cultural contribution to sustainable development. The knowledge itself, skill, values, and attitude required by citizens to lead productive life, make informed decision, and assume active role locally and globally, innovating and resolving global challenge that can be acquired through education and a human right education as well, yeah, as well as intercultural education and education for international understanding. Okay, now academically challenges experience. How we preparing for the class? Yeah, to studying, reading, writing, rehearsing, and other activities related to your academic program. Number of assigned textbook, how many book that they are already written, oral, and interpersonal communication skill. Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, on the academic challenges as parent, we have to make sure that our students already knowing about their coursework, emphasizing and organizing ideas. We have to make sure that they should be knowing about the information or experience into new, the more complex interpretation and also relationship. Coursework emphasizes on making judgment about the value of information, and then coursework emphasizes making judgment about argument or method, and then coursework emphasizes applying theories and concept to practical. Okay, now take a look on this one. Um, Make sure that our student asks question in a class or contribute to the class. The teachers have to make a class presentation, work with other students on project during the class, that kind of project-based learning, work with classmates outside of class to prepare class assignment. So in this case, the teacher itself should be more familiarized with this kind of items. Okay, and then the teacher should be tutor or tap other student, participate in a community-based project as a part of regular course, discussing ideas from your reading or classes with other outside of class that have more time to know student learning condition. It will be the active and collaborative learning or teaching style that should be knowing and act by the teachers. Okay. On the receipt from feedback from the faculty on academic performance, work or plan to work with faculty members on one research project outside of course, and then project requirements. So this one that should be done by the teachers, by the lecturers. Yeah. Okay. On the concept of this, the students should knowing about the foreign language class coursework, preparing them to study abroad, knowing them about the independent study or self-designed major, culminating as variant, for example, capstones, course, thesis, project, and others. Okay, on the campus environment that provide you need to help you succeed academically. The campus environment will help you cope with your non-academic responsibility, like that kind of work, family, and other kind of project in outside of the class. And then the campus environments provide you the support you need to serve the socially. Quality or relationship with others, with other students, faculty members, administrative personnel and office, they are going to work with you together. Okay. What about their characteristic of the best online language teachers? to be creative. Yeah. So in this case, we are going to guiding the principle for defining and act civic quality of education. The first one, use diverse process to achieve outcome. Use diverse method to assess outcome and seek processes. Couple the process yield value added outcome model with current input to target output. Measures to maximize the benefit of these two approaches. So yeah. So in this case, when we are to knowing about the characteristic of the best online language teachers, in this case, we are going to know first that the fact of the matter, your student is probably half a word, yeah, half a word away from where you sit, and you are communicating with him or her on video that could lag and mess up your timing with audio that might not quite pick up all the nuance of your pronunciation, and the only personal contact you have is that mid-dusty flatness called the computer's monitors. How can you teach effectively under these circumstances? As it turned out, the best online teachers here, also the most creative ones. I mean, they make this drawback irrelevant and use plenty of visual when teaching. For example, if you want to be an effective online language teacher, get ready to be holding giant flashcard to teach vocabulary, for example. So your student would be seeing a huge word help to the screen as you hammer on its translation, pronunciation, usage, and also most common mistake. And then when I say visual, I mean more than just simple picture of card. As an online present, it is your privilege to exaggerate those facial expression and gesture in order to put emphasis on the important aspect of your lesson. So don't just sit there and talk like some teller at the bank. Move around the room and dramatize your lesson. If the lesson is about Spanish, for example, yeah, don't just hola for 45 minutes, yeah. But in this case, we need only in a glance of minutes, yeah, in a couple of minutes, for example, to greet the student, yeah. Make the presentation more be more fun. I mean, yeah. If the fun give some kind of joke, kidding, yeah, it is to make the class more effective. I mean, okay. Guiding on the rounds which to implement, yeah, the quality authentications model, yeah. In this case, ladies and gentlemen, knowing the conceptualize and define quality educations, identify learning processes that achieve quality education, identify the value added outcome of quality education itself, achieve value added outcome from the learning processes, and also added outcome with diverse in the indicators. When this kind of the step already happened, already done, I mean, effective online mentors for your student won't be afraid to make you mistake for fear of being judged or ridiculed. In fact, you should encourage your student to make mistake from day ones. You could laugh with them at their mispronunciation, wrong wrong usage, sign sorry wrong usage and mistranslation, for example. But then you could gently but very clearly correct those mistakes and shine the spotlight on what is right. Mistakes are wellspring of learning, and that should be and then should be language, yeah, and should be tough. I mean, yeah, and should be tough by playing in your student It will serve them well is not only in a learning a language, but also in life in general. And then when you make students feel relaxed and the session run well and the session fun, your student won't know where the times went. There are no awkward silence every 5 minutes, only a real connection that make a student forget that you were half a word away. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all the material for preparing you this kind of empowering you as a good leader for future. Thank you. Good morning. I back to moderators.
Thank you so much, sir, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to. No from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. Participant, dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you.
Most welcome.
After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. So our first question is from Bhalnaroga. What cause unsustainability in education?
Yeah, thank you. It's a good question, I think, yeah, dealing with the unsustainability in education. What's cause? Okay, we have to know that education, yeah, education provide us knowledge of our society and environments and hone our skill to change them for the better. In this case, education also help us to develop our own perspective of a looking at our life, prepare us to have our own point of view and form our own opinion on different phases of life. Education today is not the process of gaining information only, but any willing person can have access to immense data and informations nowadays through different website and e-based platform. So this one, yeah, so this one that counts unsustainably in education itself. Why? Because every area, every zone has different, yeah, different technologies, different facilities, and also different the quality of education in parts of the global life itself. So make sure that this kind of concept will be the same one another, so that the evidence of that our world faces that's so many, so complex and interconnected, the challenge itself, from the climate change to social equality, from environmental degradation of the to economic instability. This challenge require a new approach to education. Again, require a new approach to education, that one that not only prepare the student for the future but also empower them to become active participants in shaping a more sustainably and equitably world. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your answer. Sir, there is no more questions from our participants. So once again, thank you so much, sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topic. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new day. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you.
Honorable sir, welcome, sir. Honorable sir, before I move to the next, if you want to leave this studio, you can.
Yep.
Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. For some technical problem, we cannot continue the quiz session from our website. So to join the quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is 4210240. I repeat the code 4210240. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. people, we are going to start our quiz session right now. Our first question is: education for sustainability is about change. Is it true or false? Option 1 is the right answer. 94% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Flami is holding the first position. Our second question is: which of these options are education for sustainability? Option 1: use responsible consumption practice. Option 2: reduce sustainability. Option 1 is the right answer. 94% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Leah is holding the first position. Our third question is: forest trail outdoor lesson is part of education for sustainability. Is it true or false? Option 1 is the right answer. 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Leah is holding the first position. Our fourth question is: fame to cable crookery is part of education for sustainability. Is it true or false? Option 1 is the right answer. 100% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Flami is holding the first position. Our fifth question is: education for sustainability is highlighted in the chapter as the option 1 cross curriculum priority of the Australian curriculum, option 2 cross curriculum priority of the Australian curriculum. Option 2 is the right answer. 38% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kingway is holding the first position. Our sixth question is: the environment education for sustainability is a 3-year plan. Is it true or false? Option 2 is the right answer. 50% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kingway is holding the first position. Our seventh question is: gym kids indoor gym activity is a part of education for sustainability. Is it true or false? Option 2 is the right answer. 19% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kingway is holding the first position. Our eighth question is: which of these statements about education for sustainability is false? Option 1: yes, increase public awareness. Option 2: yes, advocate a particular viewpoint. Option 2 is the right answer. 63% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Kingway is holding the first position. Our ninth question is: which of the following is included in education for sustainability? Option 1: active citizen. Option 2: sustainable citizen. Option 1 is the right answer. 14% people are right here. In the leaderboard, Trisha is holding the first position. Our last and final question of the session is: wiggly pots, nimble tones, music and movement is part of education for sustainability. Is it true or false? Option 2 is the right answer. 33% people are right here. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in the top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in the top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competence certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. At the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill. Never stop learning, cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy is to say. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to your goal, not a people or things, Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end like button, again want to thank all IGP knowledge seeker for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.